Prince Harry and Meghan deliver the biggest royal story of the year by revealing plans to return to Britain 6 years after leaving their places as working royals for a life in the US. Hello and welcome to this very special episode of Royal Briefing. I'm Natalie Oliveri, royal reporter for nine.com.au. We're looking back at the biggest royal story of the year, Prince Harry and Meghan revealing plans to move back to Britain 6 years after leaving their places as senior working royals. Here's what we know so far. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex and their two children, Prince Archie and Lilibet, are expected to arrive in Britain any day now. And we saw King Charles and Queen Camilla and the Prince and Princess of Wales just days ago at Balmoral Castle. They were attending church. Now, this was the first time we actually saw senior members of the royal family since news of Harry and Meghan's UK return broke. We're also learning a little bit more about Meghan's apparent return to acting. There had been rumours that she was going to be starring in Guy Ritchie's show The Gentleman, reports that were then dismissed, but now overnight Netflix has issued a statement saying your guess is as good as anyone's, really cryptically refusing to confirm or deny those rumours, but they have confirmed season 3 will happen. Harry and Meghan's return to the UK is now being described as an extended stay. So what exactly does this mean? 6 months, a year? Who really knows? And now we're hearing that Prince Harry and Meghan may actually move to Australia or even Canada after they have spent time in the UK. But really, at the moment, it's anyone's guess. Let's just rewind here. Here is what we actually do know about Prince Harry and Meghan's move. Now, it was just a week ago that the world learnt of Prince Harry and Meghan's intentions to move back to the UK to live 6 years after quitting their places as senior working royals. They had been basing themselves in Montecito in California, but now apparently all their outdoor furniture has been packed up. The household staff are going to be looking after the chickens and tending for the gardens. And Harry and Meghan have apparently found a home in the UK, but there are conflicting reports about where they will live. Apparently, they won't be staying in a royal residence. Instead, they have already picked a home in the Cotswolds, but also there are reports that they could be staying with Princess Diana's brother, Earl Spencer. We know Harry and Meghan actually did stay with the Earl when they were in the UK in July, and Harry is very, very close to his late mother's family. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet have been enrolled in a British school. They will be starting there in early September, and it's going to be interesting because Meghan once claimed that she didn't want her children subjected to being surrounded by a press pen of paparazzi at the school run. Now, that is quite interesting because William and Catherine do the school run every day, and we never see a photo of George, Charlotte and Louis at the school gates. Why has this happened all so fast? Well, apparently Harry and Meghan had been waiting for the school to actually confirm their children had been given a place. Apparently there was no special treatment given to the Sussexes. King Charles was only told about Harry and Meghan's plans to return just days before the public found out. Apparently, the Sussexes kept it secret from the monarch when they visited him at Highgrove on July 10 because they were still waiting to find out whether their children had been given places at the school. So why are Harry and Meghan moving back now? Well, the biggest suggestion is that their American dream has failed. Harry and Meghan have been losing popularity in the US for some time. Many Americans are simply sick of hearing all of the whinging. Harry and Meghan's popularity also relies very heavily on their royal connections, and what better way to establish those royal ties than by moving back to the UK, the very heart of the royal family. It could be time for Meghan to finally make a sacrifice for Harry. She's giving up everything by returning to the UK to live. Meghan has spoken very publicly about how much she was unhappy when she was a royal living in the UK with the rest of the Windsors. So I guess it's a bit strange as to why she's moving back now, but perhaps she has been offered an acting opportunity of some type, or perhaps she's just choosing to expand her lifestyle brand as ever globally, because at the moment it is only available to US customers. The move back to the UK is also going to give Prince Harry an opportunity to show the world what he does best, and that is by being a prince. He's going to be increasing his charity engagements and also throwing his support behind the veterans community ahead of the Invictus Games, which return to Birmingham next year. Harry and Meghan have proven that they are still very popular in some circles. They carried out a very successful tour of Australia in April, proving they can have that half-in, half-out approach to royal duties. Now, we can be sure that they will be carrying out many charitable engagements here and there, but also they will be making money. They have to earn a wage because they will be private citizens and they won't receive funding from King Charles, so they have to make money somehow. Another factor in Harry and Meghan's decision to move back to the UK could be the King's health. We know the monarch has cancer, he is still receiving treatment, and there are suggestions Harry wants to be closer to his father while he still has the time. Hopefully the monarch's health isn't as bad as some have suggested, and simply Harry just wants to be with his father and allow his children to have that relationship with the King. So what does this mean for King Charles and also the Prince and Princess of Wales? Well, some have suggested that William and Catherine are really going to have to up their game. The couple don't carry out that many royal engagements compared to, say, Princess Anne or even the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. And you know, there are reasons for that. Catherine has scaled back her royal duties because of her cancer treatment, and they also put their children first, prioritising the school run and other activities relating to the three children. But Harry and Meghan being back on UK soil will change the game. The Sussex circus in town will certainly be dominating headlines for some time, and I think William and Kate really need to put themselves out there in the public as much as possible to make sure the focus is on their royal work. So what will Harry and Meghan's lives in the UK look like? Of course, their priority for now will be making sure Archie and Lilibet are settled in their new school. Meghan then will have to make sure she is earning her way too. Will she be expanding as ever and selling her jams and fruit spreads and flour sprinkles to UK customers? Or will she be appearing on television screens? We do not know yet, but expect to see Harry and Meghan out and about as much as possible. It could also mean that the royal family Sandringham Christmas spectacle will look very, very different this year. Harry and Meghan could be joining the King and the rest of the royal family for the first time in many years. But will they ever appear on the balcony of Buckingham Palace again? I say it's highly unlikely, but with Harry and Meghan, you never know. Harry and Meghan are going to be private citizens with very public profiles. And with the Sussexes, we know the story changes all the time. But what we can be sure of is that Harry and Meghan do have some surprises left up their sleeves.